Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I'm always leaving. Yes, booked and busy. So there's plenty I could be talking about, and I have things to share later on in this month, career and like life, but we will circle back to that at a later point. Today I wanted to talk about like how to have a sustainable wardrobe. I get asked this all the time, and I see it on social media all the time about like, oh, what should you do then? Like, what's the best way to be sustainable? And the short answer is you really cannot. That doesn't mean you can't do anything. It just means like, technically speaking, like it is not advised for one to just throw out all your clothes and go buy from super sustainable brands, because you know, no brand is perfect, first of all, and second of all, that's just creating more waste. Like if every person decided, you know what, I'm done with fast fashion, I'm done with things that are bad for the environment. If you just went and bought new things, there's more stuff. There's just more stuff being created. Here are some things you can do instead. Instead of just redoing your whole wardrobe, because I hate that like notion that if you just go buy more things from sustainable brands, that makes you sustainable. And it's like, no, you don't. So one, actually wear the clothes that you have. Like that's essential. Say you have like 100 items in your closet. If you're actually like cycling through all of them and wearing the like 80% of them throughout the year, you really don't have a need for new clothes, or at least it would take you longer to get to the point of needing new clothes. Whereas like if you have 100 items and you're only wearing 20 of them, then right, you're gonna say, oh, I don't know what to wear, or I don't have anything. Which leads to number two, actually organize your closet. Like if you have a general idea and like a true sense of what's in your closet, what you own, what you have for work, what you have for like just kicking back. Like if you actually take a really solid inventory of what's in your closet, then you'll say, oh wow, like now I know what I need to buy. Now I know I actually have way too many t-shirts, like victim. When you take stock, that helps you get a proper idea of what you own and what you don't own, so you're not buying more of the same thing. That's more sustainable than you buying what you already have, because once you buy it, it's yours. Yes, you could return it, but at the same time, there's no guarantee they're gonna resell the merchandise. There's a high chance it's just gonna go to a landfill. So ideally, we want you to buy and buy right, you know? Only buy what's necessary and buy what you need. Three, I think in the spirit of getting organized, actually try on shit in your closet. I've moved a lot in my life, and something that I always do, or something I've started to do in the past few years, is just kind of like have a garment bag or like a brown paper bag. And anytime I try something on throughout the year that doesn't fit me, I just put it in that bag. When it's time to move, or when it's time to like clean out the closet, I already have a bag of items that don't fit, or a bag of items that need to be mended, and I know what I need to replace or what I need to like focus on when I shop or when I like swap with someone. We all reach that point in the year where we're like, oh my God, I have too much stuff. And you just start like getting overwhelmed about needing to get rid of stuff, but not knowing what to get rid of, and then trying to figure out what you need to buy. I think that would reduce a lot of waste if we weren't guessing when we bought. Do you actually need white jeans? Do you actually need new boots? Do you actually need, you know, a new denim jacket? You know the answer to those questions, or you at least can realize them a lot sooner when you know what's in your closet. And number four, wear things so they really cannot be worn anymore. Yes, things go out of style and you may not like them anymore, but you know what I mean? Don't just throw them away, or don't just have a mass donation. Try to repurpose it, try to give it to a friend, try to like sell it. It's not bad to donate, but I'll cover this in a later video, where basically donating is like a blessing and a curse, because there's just such a high volume of donations that happen like year round, especially coming from like the UK and the United States, that a lot of it doesn't actually get donated or purchased. Like it kind of just goes straight to landfills and like other markets in other countries, which creates a lot of waste and like economic issues in other places. So again, don't just donate to donate. Like really donate if you don't know what else to do with it. And on that same wave, only donate if it's in good condition. If garments aren't in like good condition, if they make it to, let's call it the black market, if they make it to the black market, they can't really be resold. If they have like clear stains, clear holes, things like that. So like donate your best. Donate things that you would wear and are in like new condition. Not shit you've had for 8 years and it's raggedy, it's falling apart, the seams are coming undone. What you could do is mend it and then circle back and say, okay, do I want to wear this now or do I want to donate it? But again, only donate your best, because that's the stuff that actually gets resold and the stuff that actually gets worn again. Donating things that are like falling apart is not cute. It's not cute because you wouldn't buy that. So why would you think somebody else would? Like, do better. The last thing you could do to make your closet sustainable is really just be conscious of the brands that you buy from. While fast fashion is really bad and has a lot of issues, obviously a lot of people can't just not shop with fast fashion brands, whether it's because of money or their class or just like budgeting or, you know, what's really compared to like what's affordable in terms of sustainability. So again, if you're keeping what you have, you're being smart about what's coming into your closet versus what's going out, you're keeping everything in good condition. What I do is, like, when I shop, then I actually try to get something from a sustainable brand. Again, don't do it in volume because that's not good. We don't need any mass purchases, no hauls, but it's like, if you know, say, oh, I need new jeans, and you go get like vintage jeans or you go get sustainably made jeans, okay, that's a plus. You can slowly transition your closet into being more sustainable, but you can't just go from 0 to 100. That's not gonna work. It's never going to work. It's like a diet, you know what I mean? You don't just wake up and all of a sudden, because you ate right, you lost like 100 pounds. It's a process, it's a transition, it's a journey. Start out cutting out certain things, you start out incorporating more fruit, more plant-based foods, more veggies, and then you see the growth, then you see the process, you see the evolution. You're like, oh wow, like the waist, it's shrinking, or oh wow, like I fit into these jeans again. You know what I mean? It's not overnight. I think the same applies to fashion. It's not overnight where you just get rid of all your clothes, bring in a bunch of new stuff, and now, whoop-de-doo, you have a sustainable closet. Related to that, do your research about brands. Again, I don't think it's the end of the world if you shop somewhere that isn't sustainable, but at the same time, you giving them $300 versus you giving that to a brand that takes care of their workers, it's a different use of your $300. Building a sustainable wardrobe, again, is not only does it take time, but it takes knowledge, because you don't know what you don't know. Years ago, none of us knew all this. We didn't care. This conversation wasn't really happening. Now, you know, since the pandemic and things that have happened in the fashion industry in the past like 12 months, 2 years, now that's a really big conversation. You know, vegan this, vegan that, like faux leather. What is this made of? Like, where does this come from? There's a lot of like little details that have changed now that affect like how we shop, how we return, and how we perceive garments. Bonus tip number 6 is mend new items. This is something I've started to do in the past 6 months, where basically we all know when you get a garment from online and it's almost perfect, like there's just one thing wrong with it and you're like, damn. In the past, we would just return it willy-nilly. We just get a different size, or we'd fight customer service and be like, yeah, this was missing a button, this was missing this, I noticed this on the side and it just was poor quality. But now, you know, I've changed, I've seen the light. So instead of just looking for reasons to return, I'll be like, okay, if there's only one thing wrong with it, I'll just fix it myself, or, you know, pay to have it altered and move on. Because again, once it gets returned, there's a high chance it's going to a landfill. It's not gonna get resold. You be better off, you know what I mean, fixing shit on your own, or kind of like taking it to a tailor and things like that. And then the garment is kept and you still love it. Because remember, you did want the garment. It's just that one tiny detail that makes you say, no ma'am, not for me. But if you were to fix that, you just gave a garment a whole new life, because now it's not gonna get returned for being defective and just go to a landfill. Now it's been fixed, you get to keep it and you get to wear it and do all the great things you wanted to do with it. If something's not perfect, I'm like, you know what, well, let's make it work. So I'm willing to pin things, I'm willing to like get it altered, getting fixed, and go through changes a little bit. I know that's inconvenient, I know that takes time and money, but it's like, if you're willing to do that, you're giving your clothes actual usage and actual wear. I'll do a whole video on that at some point, but there's a whole collection of things that I've just like fixed myself, or like paid to get fixed, so that I didn't have to return it, and so I could actually wear the garment as it was intended. So this is gonna be one of them. You know, oversized workwear type dress from Miss ASOS. However, her sizing was absurd, to say the least. So this is a 2, and it's still massive on me, and I'm like, I sized down, and this is still too big. So I won't give a full look today, because It's still looking like a cute trash bag. It's still looking like a sack. But when we move past that, then y'all will get the full fits. You will get a true spring moment, a true a true flex. Thank you for watching. Sorry that I don't post regularly. I'm gonna speak boldly and say that I'm off my bullshit, but again, does anyone ever really know when they're off their bullshit? You know, the moment you say that, then you're back on your bullshit. So, you know, I'm working to be off my bullshit. That's the best I can say at this point. I'd hate to get any hopes up. But yes, more to come. There's a lot coming down the pipeline. I just can't share it yet because I don't want to jump the gun. So be well, take care of yourself and your clothes, and that's it.